What's good? What's good? Cancers, Cancer energy. You know what I'm saying? For the Cancers that are watching, people who are here to view Cancer energy because you want to apply it to your natal chart somehow, um, or cross watchers, you're all welcome. That's my point. You're all welcome. I may cuss, but I don't curse. All right. And what we're about to do right now is we're going to do an astrology reading, tarot style. All right. So the cards that I draw are going to be directly linked to the houses in your zodiac chart. Now, look, for those who don't know, let me explain this real quick. The zodiac wheel consists of two charts. It's the one that's daily, the sundial, which is relative to, if, let's say you're a Cancer and you read your horoscope in a newspaper. It's going to base your horoscope on Cancer being your first house. Mine's included, everyone's included. Whatever sun sign you are is going to be relative to your first house. So you can watch this video, and when I draw a card that says first house, you could apply it to the sun sign Cancer if you're a Cancer. All right, now you may be a Cancer with a Sagittarius ascendant. Therefore, you would apply the first card that I draw for the first house to Sagittarius in your natal chart. Now, if you could compare and contrast both zodiac wheels. You get what I'm saying? But for those of you who don't have your natal charts, you can still watch this video and apply first house to Cancer, second house to Leo, third house to Virgo, so on and so forth. You get what I'm saying? Just wanted to make that clear so you don't, feel left out or think that there's no way around it. It actually is. And again, if you got both, you can compare and contrast and work with which one suits you best. But I would say heavy practitioners or people who've been in astrology for a while do that anyway. They look at both charts because they want to clock the transits and see how the current transits are affecting the transits that they were born with. More on that later. I might build a school of some sort. So, hope everyone's feeling well. I hope you're feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Cancer energy is high right now. I ain't even going to hold you. And I ain't even going to really talk about it because I'm going to get graphic. You know what I'm saying? A little too graphic for TV right now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe behind the scenes one day. I might make a behind the scenes podcast or some shit. I had one before though. It was great too. But enough about me. Let's get to y'all. All right. So that's a long enough intro. I'm going to cut this deck to the left, and I'm going to get to drawing these cards. How about that? Okay. So this is the first house for Cancer energy, which is the Page of Swords in reverse. So Cancers and people watching Cancers, right? Check it out. The Cancer energy, however you apply it, right? You're feeling a bit malicious right now, at least in tone, at least in energy, and it's because you've been wronged in some type of way. You were suspicious of someone who brought problems into your life, and I'm getting you're more along the lines of having a tough time forgiving yourself, but I think your way of going about doing it, because you are aiming to do that, I think the way that you're going about doing it is being malicious, developing this attitude, a hard shell around you, pause, but seriously, to protect you, and therefore you can care less about the feelings of others, which is challenging for a Cancer to do. But when you think about it, because of the hard shell, no, it's not. Because Cancer energy can care until it no longer fucking care. And I really mean that. Like, this is not to sound fly or some shit like that. I've studied Cancer energy extensively. I continue to do so to this day. It's tough though. I did say that though, right? It is tough. It's not easy for them. It's no easy task. And I'm getting the feeling that it's like you know yourself, and that's why you're coming with such hard terms. Pause all over that, but it's hard coming to terms with, sheesh, you doing that for yourself, because it's like you know you did it to yourself. You know you did it to yourself. You even feel naive. You felt like you was an impressionable little kid. Let's look at your second house. And that's how you showing up too. So let's make it clear. First house is how you showing up. So this is how you appear to others. Even if you don't feel that way, or if you're not thinking that way, that's how people are perceiving you to be thinking. So take that how you need to take it. This is the second house, though, dealing with your finances, your materialistic attitude. We have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. So I feel like the money is coming in quick, pause, but it is. And with that, you're spending it quick. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. But I also feel like that's positioning you in certain pockets that allows you to get opportunities that wouldn't have been there if you didn't snatch up or didn't take the action so swiftly. This is swift action here. So it's like Mars and Venus uniting in the sky and having a sacred union, if you know what I mean. And it's like, and I truly mean that. Like, even if you have had trouble getting romantic or feeling desirable about someone, that's no longer the case. I feel like you're putting yourself out there again. And if it's not someone, it may be a few different suitors, but just them flirting with you, just them showing you attention, you know, saying how good you look and all that, because you got it going on. That's what you fly. Like, you got that shit on and all that. You know what I'm saying? You smell good and shit. Like, and not for nothing, you're interested in your materialistic values that come along the lines of relationships are interested in people who also have it going on. Meaning, you don't mind that they are attractive as well and they got other suitors. Some people in relationships, they look at it like, oh, well, if you flyer than me, I can't fuck with you. Or if you as fly as me, I can't fuck with you. Male or female, you make it fit how it's supposed to fit, pause. But they just like, yo, I can't fuck with you because you look good too, goddammit. And that's just too much for me. I ain't gonna be trying to be fighting them bitches off and this, that, and the third. And you like, yo, hold my beer. Like, it ain't even gotta be one of those because I look good. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even gotta worry about it because I'm already in the line of competition. You feel me, ma? So, you know, get your best wig or whatever you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? You might have your real hair. You know, I'm just fishing. I'm feeling around like a Cancer would do. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling them. So, that's your second house. Let's get to your third house, though. What's going on in the third house? Third house represents your immediate vicinity, your community. What's good in the hood? What's good in the hood? Oh, we got pentacles. So, when I see this card here, I'm looking at it like this. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm channeling. I'm looking at you looking at the community like, you juggling. This looks crazy right now, right? That's crazy. It's a Cancer video. It's crazy. But look, I'm serious. You looking at your coins like, look, your worth, your value, and you're like, look, I know what I bring to the table, so I damn sure know what I bring to the community. You feel me? So what's really good? Like, should I invest in here or should I not? And you're also looking at this because I think someone pulled your coat about this. Someone that you have a relationship with. I don't know if this is your significant other, your lover. This is your boy toy, your girlfriend, your just confidant. Could be one of those. You know what I'm saying? But you've been speaking to people who also make you aware of what you're worth and what you bring to the table. And that therefore has you kind of hesitant to make the decision of investing in your community because you're really trying to piece and figure out how you give to the community. You know, some Some communities are arranged and built to circulate the dollar of a particular someone, a particular group, a particular ethnicity. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. But in between those lines is a form of nepotism. We must agree on that. And I think that's what you're kind of looking at, like, man, should I just, work, get my ones, get my coins, come back to the hood, go to the stores, go to the shops, spread love that way. But I work 30 minutes away, 40 minutes away. So it's like you trying to do the math and see, who owns the establishments around here? And just because I'm cool with certain people that own these shops and stores, showing gratitude and there's a harmonious relationship when we kick it, who are they related to? Who are they attached to and associated with? Maybe they live an hour away, an hour and a half away. So they could be extracting wealth from you and bringing it to their community. You get what I'm saying? And this is what you're looking at right now. Now, let's get to the fourth house. This is your house. Bars. Nice, yo. Fucking nice. But anyway, all right, so that was the Five of Wands in case you didn't see it. Trouble in China, trouble in China. All right, so there may be some arguments going on in that household. And if it's not the immediate actual household, it could just be in the family dynamic in general relative to baby mama drama, baby father drama, or just people in your family not minding their business. You might have some things going on with the kids too, to where they're always fighting each other. They may be at that age where they're quarreling inside of the home. And it's just like chaotic, and it's difficult to make them be obedient because they're just at that fiery stage. They're at that fiery age. Bars. But this is something that's causing you to go within and develop some genius talents that you possess about yourself to be able to come up with a solution of some sort. So you're like speaking to the situation. I don't see you being exactly quiet about it, but you're also being defensive. Like, I run shit around here. This is my legacy. This is my foundation. And y'all are not going to be doing what y'all think y'all want to be doing for long or forever, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things. Like, you're making it known that you're very territorial about your home, and like they either got to take that shit outside, go to the backyard, do something, but you're not going to continue doing all of that shit in my ear, nor in my face for that matter. It's like you're not having that. So there's going to be some change coming around the clashing of egos and personalities within your household. Now let's draw the fifth house card. This card is going to be relative to how you are being creative in your life and how you're expressing yourself as well. If you're having fun, leisure events, leisure time, or whatever the case may be, this is not looking too hot from what I see right now. This is the 10 of Swords. So, but it's not all bad, because the 10 is the ending of something, is about to begin another cycle. So you could look at it like this. Fifth house also represents the dating, romantic field. So what I'm getting here is you had or you have an enemy there. Some type of bitterness has come from the romantic situation that has, pardon the baby crying in the background as well. That's my neighbors, but it's the babies. What do we do? But bear with me, all right? Appreciate you for doing so. But there was some type of collapse in that area. I don't feel like, how should I put this? If you were getting creative, if you were doing creative things before this romantic relationship has caused you to shut all of that shit down. Like, you have not came out of that slump. And your thing is, I ain't gonna hold you. You kind of bitter behind the shit. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. But it doesn't stop you from having fun, which is also associated with the fifth house. Right? But this is the type of fun that comes from, I'm not gonna be stuck or bitter behind this shit. You understand what I'm saying? Therefore, watch, I'm going out. I'm going to do this. I'm treating myself to this. I'm treating myself to that. So you are going to like restaurants. You are showing up, taking pictures. You know what I'm saying? Look at me, bitch. See how I bounce back? Yeah. At the same time, though, simultaneously, you are feeling that to the point where you're stifled creatively. You're stifled creatively from this betrayal or backstabbing that you experienced from this romantic encounter. So just is what it is. But let me draw the sixth house card. The sixth house card looks like the Wheel of Fortune. It is. Okay. First major arcana out. So in the work department and in the health department, there's a shift happening, which is causing a placement for you to be able to obtain fortune, perhaps even fame, due to meeting a soulmate. Let me see the math here. So we got a 10 followed by another 10. But first, okay, the 2 and the 5 is 7. Go to 10. It's an 8. This is a 9. Okay. So there's going to come an end to the bad luck. And I just described like a fucked up relationship thing. So this is going to bring an end to that. This Wheel of Fortune. A turn of events is going to happen. This good luck is actually going to derive from some bad luck that you experienced. Not bad luck, but something that disrupted your life in some type of way. It could be the romantic thing, it might not be, I don't know. But what I can see is that this turn of events, you can meet a soulmate on the way. It doesn't have to be romantic, it can just be fun. It could feel right, you know what I mean? You know when your souls connect. And this is going to allow you to know that you can get back in the groove of good graces. But not only that, in a way that is evolutionary. And this completes a cycle for you. I think it just completes a cycle for you, if I'm feeling this correctly, of the way you date, the way you choose who you choose to encounter. You know what I'm saying? The way of your choosing is more, not so much. Nah, that would be the incorrect thing to say. It's more going to come from a lens of looking at what happened before. You don't want to make the same mistakes that you made before when it comes to love and romance. All right? So that's what's new about your life. And you see the bigger picture now. This is a cycle that you may have completed a couple of times before. But this is the bringing the end to that, which brings you into a new stage in your life, which is exciting, if you ask me. Let's do the 7th house card. 7th house card is the Hermit in reverse. So, now the 7th house represents relationships. It could represent relationships out in the public, as a matter of fact. This could be your significant other, your lover that you're dealing with right now, or past significant other or lover that you've separated from. This could even be an enemy lover. But nonetheless, if it is enemy related, this is going to be about enemies that you know. Okay? Now, what has happened here is, this is something that you know and you're aware of, and you're actually humbled by it. Like, it's been a sobering truth to know that some relationship that you've encountered has made you paralyzed by fear of fucking with another fuck boy or another fuck chick. You understand what I'm saying? To the point where you're not willing to go through that shit again. So therefore you have pumped the brakes on a lot of, this is wild because I was just having a conversation with a Cancer not too long ago. So you would be like, I'm being more amazed about how much this storyline is transpiring. But now this could be relative to the fling thing or the romantic escapade that you had going on, or it could be related to more of a deeper relationship that you had to sever ties from. whichever it is, right? I'll tell you this. You gotta heal from it. Like you're healing from it right now. You're paranoid about entering relationships with other people like that. And it's brought some loneliness to your life. You actually retreated back into your shell and you've become a recluse. You've become a recluse because of it. But this is your healing process. This is the way you heal. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, you might be going to the restaurants, but you're going by yourself. Or you're taking the kids. Or you're taking the parents. You know what I'm saying? You might take pictures and shit like that, but they're selfies. You're taking them yourself. You get what I'm saying? But you're okay with that. You're humbled by this. You know that it's a sobering truth. You know that this is something that is really out of your control. So you know how people be like, block your thoughts in order to manifest this, and this is the golden rule, and da, da, da. No. This is some shit that's out of your control. You are feeling what you're feeling because you have to feel it. So it's like the ether. It's like the demiurge getting involved. And I know people want to shy away from that and they throw the crucifixes up and shit like that. Listen, maybe another video for another time, I'll talk about it. But the demiurge is some real shit. Okay? I'm becoming like the Constantine of this shit. Or something like that. Maybe not so much Constantine, but some, you know what I'm getting at. But sometimes we are meant to deal with the emotions just as a test to see what we'll do with them. And that's where I see you at right now. In an isolated area, kind of antisocial, and you're dealing with yourself. It is what it is. And somehow this pain or this feeling is nurturing you in some type of way. Because when the 9 is upside down, I see a 6. This might even get you back into more of a work pace, a workflow. I don't want to say, I'm not going to say that you're burying yourself in the work and avoiding the emotions. I just think that working is helping you deal with them and cope with them better. Now, let's draw the 8th house card. We have death, which is ruled by Scorpio, which rules the 8th house. So there's a spiritual transformation that's taking place, which is right up the alley of the 8th house. Right on time. We're right on schedule with this. But let's not forget, this is another major arcana. 3 major arcanas in a row. And this ending, right? Because we had an ending with the Wheel of Fortune. This ending right here is a little more complicated. A little more deeper. Pause. But it is. This is giving you the type of personal power that's going to allow you to love again, but in a new way. And it may not happen. I don't know how long it'll take. Pause. But you'll get there. Meaning, you'll release the pain. You'll release the fuckboy shit. The fuck bitch shit. Like, you'll get over it. You'll get over it and you'll be able to love again. Point blank, period. This can also be relative to finances in some type of way. So you may even be like thinking back on monies that you spent on the person, on the significant other, on the lover. Like, that's how much it bothers you. Like, I don't see like you're a cheapskate or don't like nurturing people or doing things for people, especially when you love them. But it's like the way things turned out, you look back at it like, man, you know the type of shit I could have did, all that and all that. It's one of those. But if it is one of those, if there is some type of finances related to this, it's going to cause you to communicate that effectively. Probably to someone that you confide in, someone who's in your social network. And what that's going to do is it's going to help build a foundation for you. I think that this is someone who's going to be reliable that you can actually speak to about that type of thing. If not, you risk opening a wound that was pretty much closed. You know what I'm saying? So be aware of that, to be selective when you do decide to communicate about wealth, about money. Let's draw the 9th house card. Here we have the 3 of Wands. So, first of all, we see travel, right? You might even move. You might go to a foreign land, or you're thinking about it. You're pondering on it. And not for nothing, you're looking to succeed whenever or wherever you make a move to. It's going to take some hard work in order to achieve the success that is found with this card and in this house, but I don't see you shying away from it. I actually see you developing self-determination and self-efficacy through this stance that you have. I think you've been with your emotional side for long enough to understand that it's time to get fiery, baby. It's time to get fiery. So whatever fires you up, whatever makes you passionate, whoever makes you passionate, is going to be the clue to know which way you're moving. And this might be something that you plan before you move on. Whichever happens first is going to happen fast. Just know that. So if you're planning on going somewhere or, busting a move, then that plan is going to happen like instantaneously. Like you're going to make it with someone. Again, this is something that you will be communicating. You'll be very forward when communicating it. And you're eventually going to be happy with the success or with the choice, because it's going to bring you freedom. It's going to bring you freedom. You might even be traveling to learn, like go under study of some sort. Pick up a class, but something that like directly puts you in a work position that's been better than what you've had prior. Let's draw the 10th house card. This is about your ambition, career, status, how people see you in the authoritative stance. So this is how you're showing up to other people career-wise. It looks like you're giving in. It looks like you're giving up on yourself. It looks like you're giving up on your career, whatever it is that you do. It's like you're saying you can't do it, or you can't do it any longer. And it's because it's tiring you out. You're fighting, and it's causing burnout. It's causing burnout. So it's kind of like you're surrendering when it comes to your career. You may not be absolutely sure what it is that you want to do next, or what it is that you're going to end up doing. And not for nothing, because this is a Cancer reading, it kind of makes sense, because Cancer energy in general, if it gets stagnant for too long, it suffers. It begins to erode. It begins to turn inward on itself. So, and this is even if the person did well in whatever career area they were in. It's still like, okay, you did that, you mastered it, you killed it, move on to something else. Because the Cancer water is the fastest moving water sign, right? So it's time to get up and get on. Get up and get on. Get up and get on. Pause. But the moon rules it, so what do you expect? So to be stuck too long in that shell is like detrimental to the health of the Cancer energy, point blank period. So again, I feel like this is here in your career house because you're not fired up and passionate about what you're doing career-wise right now, which is understandable. It's understandable, but it's visible, and I think that's more important to know. It's visible. So, you may even take a pay cut to go in a lower position at your workplace because it carries less of a workload, and you feel like, the title is cool, but it don't pay like how cool the title is. So I'll take the pay cut just so I could kick back a little bit more and eat my snacks. Fuck is you talking about? But 11th house card. All right, this is about your man's and them. Your man's 100 grand. What's going on with them? Damn. It ain't the worst thing, but I'm just saying, you know, you lost some people along the way. You lost some people along the way. Your man's 100 grands and them. I think this also comes from this period of time that you're retreating into your shell to deal with your healing and your feelings. Bars. And in doing so, I mean, we looked at the careers, like you taking it, you surrendering to that, like, you know what, I stand defeated. Fuck it. Something else gotta come. Pause. But we seen what your ninth house looks like, so that's on the table. Right? And when it comes to your friends, you're looking at this or looking at them like from the emotional standpoint, that you have emotional ties to them. But you have regrets because all of that emotional vibing and ties that you have to them did not bring into fruition what you dreamed and hoped for. And that's what the 11th house is there for. To have a group of friends, true friends, not coincidences, acquaintances that you kick it with, but they don't help you do what you need to do. This is not the place where we talk about, oh, pull yourself up by your bootstraps and this, that, and the third. Yeah, everybody's going to do that. Everyone's going to do that. But the extension of that, the advancement, the evolution of taking care of yourself is supposed to be grouping up and networking. I don't care if it's 2 other people. I don't care if it's 1 other person. You're supposed to have that eventually to advance and become something bigger, become something greater, to expand. Alright? And you're looking at the past, you're looking at those memories, you're looking at the attachments, and you're like, man, damn. We could have been fucking great, man. But it's not fulfilling. But you're also looking at it as a loss. You're cutting your losses. And all is not lost. Because you still got 2 cups standing behind you. But you gotta look at them. You gotta look at them. And more importantly, those cups that are sitting behind you, yeah, they're empty. And that might be why they're not so exciting to you, because you would like them filled. Well, guess what? There's 2 cups and you got 2 hands. Turn around. Alright? Turn around, fix your tits, grab the cups, and let's go. I'm just keeping it a bean. That's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling. So you'll fill them cups up. Let's draw the 12th house card. We have the King of Wands in reverse. Okay. I do get this as you. I'm not even going to hold you. This is someone who is promoting themselves. And I think this comes from experience. I think this comes from lesson learned. There's a bit of devious energy in the air. You may have even found this out by way of prophecy, by way of occult knowledge, or I would say more about confidential information. However you received it, though, was like in secret, in confidence. It's like a spiritual counsel of some sense, or at least a higher counsel that says, you know what, it's okay to be prejudiced. It's okay to be discriminative because of what I've been through. What do y'all expect me to do? To keep being the same exact way that landed me in the hurt and the pain? That's got to change. And you may tell a lie to her along the way. I get it's really to protect yourself. But at the same time, I get that this is the kind of lies, or the kind of lie, that won't even be detected. In order for someone or some people to detect this lie, they'd have to do extensive research. They'd have to get in the club, if you know what I mean. They'd have to really have private investigative skills. And it's like, if they go through all of that, if they go through those lengths, what for? Just to find out that you're putting yourself first before anybody else. So yeah, people who are trying to associate with you and link with you, they would benefit from knowing that, because they can at least know where they stand with you or where you stand with them. Like, okay, big shot, you're hot shit, I get it. You're all out for self. So at least I know where you stand. I know where I could stand with you if I choose to still deal with you. But other people who it ain't gonna fucking matter to anyway, so what? So what if you're prejudiced against them? I'm just telling you what I'm feeling, what I'm channeling. You know what I'm saying? But this is also something to take heed of. You may have secret enemies who are behaving the same way, who got the same agenda, that they're all out for self. Therefore, screen the people that you choose to deal with, especially the ones that you deal with in private, because this is the type of enemy that you don't know. It's a hidden enemy. You know? It's a hidden enemy. So screen the people that you communicate with in a thorough manner, in a thorough way. Ask the questions. Ask the tough questions. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And you might just find out, this might be one of those things where it says love thy enemy. You might just find out that person is just like you, or on that shit that you're on, even if you develop, because it looks like you developed into this person. So you might just say, yo, you know what? That's why we clash, or that's why we bump heads, because we're like one another. And you don't like that I got the same knowledge or same attitude that you have. Granted, it is what it is, But for now, that's it. I'm out.